Hey guys, it's Greg with Greg James Designs, and I'm here at a build in Oklahoma, and we designed this building, and it's a worldwide steel building. We also sold them the building. There's two of them. They have an RV barn and then their main house, and it's just really neat to see it come together. So we finally got the buildings up. They're finishing some details on the exterior trim and that sort of thing, but I just want to kind of give you a little tour. If you've never seen a worldwide steel building, this is one reason why, as a designer, I like them. And now let me show you this. This is a standard steel truss column. This is kind of unique to worldwide steel. There are companies that do kind of this similar type thing, but this is their gig. And they also make a tube column that's 6 by 6 inches. So if you want to just be able to sheetrock right on by, the tube column goes in line with the steel girts. So you can just sheetrock right on by, and you can actually fasten your material right to this. Now, I prefer not to do that. It makes it a little more difficult to run mechanicals through all this, all horizontal, because you got to go up and down, up and down, up and down. And so it's just a little bit more work. But this particular building is all steel, which I recommend. You can also get a wood steel hybrid, which is not a bad option. And so what you have is a standard truss column, and you see it's tapered. It's 8 inches at the bottom. It's going to taper out depending on the width and the height of the building, determines the size of these columns. So they're on average about 24 inches deep at the widest point at the top. So this particular build has pillow windows and doors, which they did a real nice job. Check this out. This is one reason this is a fiberglass unit from Pella. There are other companies, Anderson, that make composite windows. The composite windows are really nice. The one thing I like about them is the really neat colors you can get. They have some really beautiful colors. Now, I'm colorblind, so I'm not going to tell you what color this is, but I think it's brown, but I'm not totally sure. Rachel, is this brown?
Looks like it to me.
Okay. And so, anyway, that's one reason we like the fiberglass units. Are really nice. If you want these dark colors for your windows, it's the way to go. This or a wood window. Now they did over here. They did vinyl windows, so they did a mix. The fiberglass units are a bit more expensive, and so they mixed them up. They put the less expensive vinyl Pella windows on the back. Now this is a feature we do a lot. You know, I tease when I talk to clients from all over the country. And we design from all over the country, east to west, California to Florida, you name it. And I said, in Oklahoma, the weather's always trying to kill us. So it's like storm shelters are a big deal. So check this out. So this particular survival zone, never heard of them. But anyway, I think they're out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Really nice structure. You got a lock here, peephole. The nice thing about an above ground storm shelter for a home, I prefer it. Like, for instance, my wife is handicapped. She has cerebral palsy. She walks on canes, and so a storm shelter above ground's easy to get into. So if you have an older person, or you're handicapped or whatever, you're in a wheelchair, man, this is the way to go. Another option, this looks like about a 5 by 5 or 5 by 6 roughly, I'm not sure. Another nice thing is you have lockable storage inside your house. So if you want to put your firearms in there, put your valuables in there and lock it up, guess what? It's like a giant safe. And on top of that, when you put it inside the envelope of the home, it's climatized. So you don't have to worry about your firearms rusting, that sort of thing. So that's kind of one reason I really like above ground shelters. They're easier to get in and out of. And it's also a safe room. So if you're in a part of the country where weather's not such a big deal, you may consider this for a safe room. So like somebody's trying to break in your house, instead of confront them with your 12 gauge shotgun, just grab your gun and run into your safe room, lock yourself in. Now, this particular unit is 3/8 steel, so unless they're shooting a 50 cal BMG, they're not going to be able to harm you. So, if they're carrying a 50 cal BMG, that's a different story. So anyway, this particular structure has a bumped in porch, okay? And we opted for cost purposes to wood frame this. And so we ordered the additional metal on the exterior. Like, come here, I'll show you. here, Rachel. So obviously we wood frame this, zip sheeting. We're going to close the top in here, but we ordered extra metal for all of this. All this will be 100% maintenance free except for the door trim right there. And then this had a column. When we design these buildings, we have to space these columns. The standard spacing for worldwide steel is 12 feet on center, so the columns are 12 feet apart typically. Now, we can massage that spacing, not a problem. So these columns fit right here. They'll probably paint this, or they may even, who knows, they may wrap this with something, some masonry. You can wrap them with brick, stone, you name it. So anyway, this nice little porch. This faces south, I believe, so this could get a little hot in the summer, but nice porch. You got the beautiful view. They have deer out here all the time, so it's pretty amazing. So, okay, so let me give you just a little quick tour around the house here, and then we'll move to the shop. Let's see here. Let me show you something over here. It's kind of important. When you do any kind of metal building, you have to have either X bracing, which is a cable or rods that run an X pattern between the bays. That's to stabilize the building side to side, okay? It's very important. The only problem with that, obviously, if you're gonna, like this wall here, if you're gonna put an X pattern in this wall, you could not put windows or doors in this whole bay right here. Would be nothing but a wall, okay? So this is a bedroom. So we got a window, bed here. So one way you could do that is called a portal frame. And this is a portal frame. This right here is a U-shaped frame that falls between the two bays, between the single bay, I'm sorry. And so this stabilizes the building side to side laterally, okay? So anyway, these are really handy. You spend a little bit more money, but not a lot. And it basically frees up this entire space right here. Now we got a door, we got a window, we're good to go. So portal frames are really invaluable for what we do because we do homes. And so they're not just, you know, barns for shop equipment and stuff. So in this particular situation, they recessed the floor in the garage down an inch and a half. So he wanted it lower. And typically, we do more like a commercial foundation, so we usually just do the floor all on one level, and then we'll slope the floor to the garage doors for drainage. For, you know, you pull in here in the wintertime, you got snow in your car and it melts, it'll run out toward the door. So anyway, this is our won't be long. I think this week or next week they're going to start framing, so we'll keep you, when we get it framed up, we'll come out here and shoot some video and show you how we frame these steel buildings. Thanks.